Hello, Igniting Community members. I'm Danielle. Welcome back to my series. I am excited to talk to you today about healing. I have been doing a lot of thinking about my own journey here in learning to accept and become connected with my anxiety, which for a really long time I felt we were at odds and sort of fighting, and it made things really difficult to love myself and to really learn who I was because I wasn't truly valuing all the parts of myself, the difficult ones, the ones we don't really want to talk about. So I thought today it might be nice to talk about healing and how do we know when we're making progress. I thought about this because I had been thinking a lot about that quote, healing isn't linear. And I really resonated with that because I know with my own experience that it has been very up and down, forward and backwards, yet often I feel like I want to be constantly moving in a forward direction. And every time I stumble or take a step back or I take a pause, I tend to get really down on myself and really hard about that because it doesn't feel like progress. As a nurse, I feel a little bit like I'm conditioned to always expect forward progress. I see a lot of people's physical healing, and physical healing is so easy to witness because, for example, you have a broken leg, we fix it, we put it in a cast, you do the appropriate exercises, you eventually work up to, your different types of boot casts and then your light exercise, and next thing you know, you're back to it. Also, though, when there are setbacks with something like a physical illness, I feel like a lot of times they're expected setbacks. If there's so many, I just feel so much like with the physical, I can understand when it doesn't work and I can understand when it does work. Yet when it comes to my mental health, I struggle so much more to understand where I am in this whole journey that I've been on. Have I even been doing anything? And I don't know if this resonates with other people, but I feel like when we're doing a lot of self-discovery and self-reflection and self-love, it can just be really, there doesn't always feel like that tangible forward movement. There's nothing that you can physically see that's getting better unless you take a minute and reflect. So for me, I've had to learn what are my markers for healing. So for me, when I stop for a minute and I think, okay, where am I and where have I been? I know that I am making forward movement when I can set boundaries for myself. When I can say that I need a minute, this isn't working for me. I don't think I want to be around this person or at this event or in this environment anymore. Then I feel like I'm really honoring myself because I've been listening to myself. Another marker for me is awareness. Often I don't realize it, but when I am really aware of how I'm feeling, like I'm having a down day, I'm not feeling the best, so that's okay. I don't always have to have an explanation for that. Or I can say, I'm having a down day because this happened and that happened, and it's sort of expected that I might be feeling that way, and it's okay. This might not have always been the plan I had for my day off or my day at work or wherever I am, but it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be not how I expected. So just being able to label those feelings and those thoughts is a really powerful tool that I've gained. And when I'm at my best, I'm actually able to identify those things much quicker. I also tend to talk about myself and to myself in a more loving way. I care less about the way my clothes fit. I don't care so much about what other people might be thinking about me when I'm in my clothes or what I'm doing for work or what I'm doing on my weekends or how I spend my time or however I worry about everybody else seeing me, because funny enough, I'm pretty sure most of the world isn't keeping tabs on me, but yet I feel like they are. But anyways, that's probably for another video. And lastly, I noticed that when I'm moving forward, I want to be more vulnerable and I want to learn more and I want to talk more. I want to allow other people to feel that it's okay to talk about the not so great stuff all the time, since we're always so surrounded by everybody's perfectly curated moments. At the same time, it's also really important that we talk about our wins too. And talking about ourselves in a positive way is not gloating or showboating. It's just a way to celebrate myself, because I'm allowed to show myself that same celebration that I show for everybody else, right? So, although not all of you may be on the same journey of learning to love your anxiety that I am on, but I feel like we're all on some type of journey of healing and self-discovery, and that path can be hard to reflect on and be measurable. So I guess the way to end this would be to ask you, when you reflect on your path, how have you known when you were moving in a forward direction? What are your mile markers? Have you ever considered what those might be for you in your specific journey? And then also, when we are trying to measure our forward projection, how do we talk to ourselves and treat ourselves when we just need a moment to pause on our path? I just need a moment to feel where I am right now, and I don't need to move forward in this moment today. What kinds of things are you saying to yourself? Are you being encouraging and supportive of this choice? Or are you being hard and punishing of yourself because we're not, grinding it out, moving forward every day, all day, pushing for those goals? Because I think we vastly underestimate the importance of rest in our society, and it's so important, rest and reflection. So overall, I hope that this gives a little bit of food for thought, maybe about where you might be, and that it's okay that we're not always moving forward, that we pause where we are. Maybe we need to take a step back to maybe take a direction somewhere else, or, just be gentle with yourself. Be graceful and be loving, because the journey to healing and self-discovery is not always so easy, although it can also be really beautiful. And when we reflect, I think we can be greatly surprised in our strength and resiliency. So I hope that you could take something away from my personal journey and my sharing and my vulnerability. And I would love to talk more about this in the comments or in the Igniting Community Facebook group. I hope that you're all doing well, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Talk soon. Bye.